Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. It's the 22nd of October. It's 2019, and so much crazy weather anomalies are happening. Wildfires are popping back up again in California. Tornadoes are smoking the South. Be prepared. Be ready. I talk about this all the time, but be prepared and be ready. Like grown-ups. Do you see what I'm saying? And use this. Out of all the subscribers that have taken advantage of this particular website, not one of them has sent me an email complaining or demanding their money back, anything like that. They do free shipping over $99. They get it out to you in no time flat. Be ready. Do not be one of the people that FEMA comes by and helps and brings you to a transport or a converted Walmart or whatever. Be ready. Links are posted in the description. You really can't miss them. Now, I'm going to bring up a story that you really haven't heard too much in a long time. Back in the old Wild West days of the internet, this was all over the place, but it kind of faded away and it kind of went into folklore. Like people didn't really believe it or didn't care about it, but it's back. And I think there's a reason for that. I think 2020 is going to be an ugly year. I'm just guessing, but it doesn't matter because I'm as ready as I'm ever going to be spiritually, physically, financially, and mentally for the most part. Stories have been around on the internet for years about the guillotines. 30,000, 300,000, 3 million guillotines. Army soldiers, Marines come forward, special operations guys come forward, and they're talking about guillotines. This went on for a long time. Allegedly, two soldiers came out and explained that there was guillotines at a military base, and then they ended up dead. I can't find any information on that, but I wouldn't imagine you would be able to either. The thing is even after all the stories on Scribd, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Facebook, everywhere, all the fear porn, all the people running with the story, etc., it turns out that there may be a lot of truth in this story because it's made a comeback. And I'm not talking about this. Everyone's seen this story. If you look up guillotines and military bases, this is what you find. This is from 2011, and it's a long thing. There's no doubt in my mind guillotines are being stored on selected military bases, blah 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 blah. But this story's been going around for a long time, and no one's ever actually gotten pictures of one or seen one. Do you see what I'm saying? So basically, in this day and age, it simply goes down the memory hole. So one of my subscribers sent me a link, and it got me hunting. Now this is from June 30th, 2019. FEMA ordered 102,000 boxcars with shackles and guillotines. Why are modern guillotines on military bases throughout North America? And the story goes on to show the basic stuff, talks about revelations. The use of guillotine for governmental purpose was lobbied and passed in the U.S. Congress. The information we received is that 15,000 are currently stored in Georgia and 15,000 in Montana. Are they beheadings by Muslims today meant to desensitize us against U.S. government beheadings in the future? I don't know. And then they bring up the 600 million rounds of hollow point bullets. You guys all remember that story? That was a couple of years ago. But the thing that got me looking for this now is not this. It's not AMG News. It's not YouTube. It's not Scribd. It's this. Physics.org, and it was just last week, October 16th, 2019. Why the guillotine may be the less cruel. It might be less cruel execution than slow poisoning. This is physics.org, okay? When I see stories like Scribd, LinkedIn, Facebook, it is what it is. These stories have been circulating for years. But this is physics.org. And like we were talking about in the live stream, this is how they soften up the public. They put this out there. The information's out there. They sit back. They watch. They watch people freak out. They watch people make videos. They watch Richie from Boston put out his videos with the Patriot Pantry thing telling you to be ready, even though you should or don't. But still, it's out there. The fact that they're talking about this right now like it's a better thing than putting somebody to sleep with drugs, I'll tell you what, in a real world, grabbing somebody, putting their hands behind their back, placing their head in the guillotine, and then dropping it is probably the most cruel thing you can possibly do. Putting drugs in someone's arm and putting them to sleep and then they die, not so much. Not so much at all. Don't believe me? Ask any heroin addict who overdosed about 6 to 7 times and still kept doing drugs, because all you do is simply you go off into dreamland. You can't tell the difference. But now that I'm seeing this in a legit mainstream media magazine, it gives me pause. It makes me think that maybe 2020 is something more than we understand. Maybe that's why every single day, right now, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, I can't see the sky. I haven't seen the sky all day, and the skies in Massachusetts look like bubbling lava or plasma, stuff that I've seen in other states, but I've never seen in Massachusetts. I've seen them today. Long story short is be ready. I'll leave you links to all this so you can peruse it yourself. If anybody has any legitimate information on this, pictures, testimony, whatever, even if you want to remain anonymous, hit me up, rjcjr10@yahoo.com, and I'll hook up with you if it's legit. That's all I'm saying. This is a bad thing. In the day and age that we live in, for them to bring something back as brutal as this, yeah, we're the last generation, and that's just all there is to it. That's my opinion. Richie from Boston. Like, share, subscribe, or don't. I'm out.